Imagine this: three guys meet at a coffee shop in 1999, dreaming of getting rich off the internet. Fast forward to today, and their creation is the second most visited website on Earth, worth hundreds of billions of dollars. But here's the twist. It started as a complete failure. A dating site so dead, they literally paid women on Craigslist to upload videos of themselves. 0 uploads, 0 dates. Just 3 founders watching their dream crumble in real time. Yet somehow, that ghost town became the platform that changed everything. It made millionaires out of bedroom vloggers, turned nobodies into global celebrities, and gave a voice to billions. But this isn't just a feel-good underdog story. This is a tale of near bankruptcy, billion-dollar lawsuits, predator scandals, algorithmic chaos, and a community that watched their beloved platform transform into something they barely recognized. So how did YouTube survive when every odd was stacked against it? How did a company with no revenue plan, drowning in debt, facing legal annihilation from the biggest media corporations on the planet, somehow become the king of online video? Welcome to the insane history of YouTube. The story begins in the most unlikely place, the cubicles of PayPal headquarters in 1999. Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim weren't founders or executives. They were just early employees grinding away at code. But these three had chemistry. More importantly, they shared a dream. During lunch breaks at a coffee shop near the office, they'd sit for hours dissecting the internet's evolution, throwing around business ideas, imagining their escape from the corporate machine. They wanted what every ambitious tech worker wants: to build something of their own and get rich doing it. But reality had other plans. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal, and everything changed. The workload became crushing. The culture shifted. The dream team scattered. Chad left to become a design consultant. Jawed went back to finish his degree. Steve jumped ship to Facebook. Their startup fantasy seemed dead, except they kept talking. They kept scheming. And by 2005, they'd stumbled onto something interesting. A website called Hot or Not, where people uploaded photos to get rated by strangers. What if they did that, but with video? The idea was simple, maybe even brilliant. A video dating site where people could show themselves off, connect, flirt, hook up. They even had the perfect name: YouTube. U because users were the stars. Tube, referencing old school television sets. Their slogan? Tune in, hook up. They registered the domain on Valentine's Day 2005. Romantic, right? After months of sleepless nights and relentless coding, YouTube entered public data on April 23, 2005. Jawed uploaded the very first video, just him standing at a zoo. All right, so here we are in front of the elephants. And the cool thing about these guys is they have really long trunks. And that's cool. 18 seconds, 0 production value. Absolutely iconic in hindsight. But at the time, it was the beginning of what looked like a spectacular failure. YouTube's dating scene was a graveyard. Crickets, tumbleweeds, digital silence. The founders got so desperate, they tried bribing women on Craigslist with $20 to upload videos. Still nothing. Months of work felt wasted. But then something strange started happening. Videos were being uploaded, just not dating profiles. Snowboarding wipeouts, cat videos, backflips in the backyard. Random clips people had sitting on SD cards or buried in computer folders. People weren't using YouTube to find love. They were using it as a video dumping ground. And you know what? About 30,000 people were visiting every day. The founders looked at each other and made a call. Forget dating. Let's make this a generic video site where anyone can upload anything. When YouTube was a dating site, we received 0 video uploads for a week, Steve later admitted. Let's just make it into a generic video site where you can upload anything. And that's when we really started seeing the videos. They went all in on upgrades, 5-star ratings, a top videos page, the ability to embed videos on other websites. But here's the thing, video sharing sites weren't new. The first one launched in 1997. Plenty of others had tried and failed. The technological barriers were brutal. Hosting video files cost a fortune. Different cameras recorded in dozens of incompatible formats. And internet speeds made even short clips take forever to download. But YouTube had one secret weapon: timing. They built their platform using Flash Player, a free browser plugin that converted any video format into one universal standard. Combined with a clean, intuitive interface, YouTube became absurdly easy to use. Videos loaded fast, streamed smoothly, and cost users nothing. To share a video, you just sent a link. That single innovation changed everything. At first, the founders still thought of YouTube as just a personal video storage site. But the internet had other ideas. Someone would upload something universally hilarious, and within hours, it'd be shared across MySpace, the social media giant of 2005. David After Dentist, Evolution of Dance. Charlie Bit My Finger. These videos didn't just go viral, they exploded like cultural grenades, racking up millions of views. And every viral hit brought more visitors, which brought more uploads, which created more viral hits. It was a snowball effect, a self-perpetuating viral machine. YouTube was growing faster than anyone had imagined. But inside the company, panic. Pure existential panic. See, when Steve first hired a data hosting company called Server Beach, they offered unlimited bandwidth for $129 a month. Great deal, right? Except when YouTube's traffic suddenly skyrocketed. Server Beach realized their unlimited plan was a financial nightmare. They told YouTube they'd have to start paying proportionally for bandwidth used. Thousands of dollars started hitting Steve's credit card every month. And YouTube had no business model, no revenue, no plan to make money. Every new user was costing them money they didn't have. By June 2005, the walls were closing in. They desperately needed investors. But pitch after pitch fell flat. People loved YouTube's concept, but couldn't see how it's ever be profitable. Video hosting was just too expensive. Returns would be mediocre at best. Months passed, no investors. Meanwhile, 1 million people were visiting YouTube daily, and Steve was bleeding cash to Server Beach. If they didn't find funding soon, Steve would go bankrupt, and that would be the end. Then fate intervened. Jawed attended a barbecue where he ran into an old PayPal coworker who'd just gotten married. The guy complained he couldn't share his honeymoon videos with friends and family. Jawed, ever the opportunist, helped him upload them to YouTube. That guy worked at Sequoia Capital, one of Silicon Valley's most powerful venture capital firms. He was so impressed that he connected the YouTube team with his partners. In November 2005, Sequoia invested $3.5 million. The founders could breathe again. They hired more employees, crammed them into a tiny office above a pizza restaurant. Rat-infested, but who cares? And for the first time, YouTube had a future. Then disaster struck. MySpace, YouTube's biggest traffic source, declared war. They started deleting YouTube links, censoring mentions, and launched their own competing platform, MySpace Videos. The week after YouTube's official launch, in December 2005, their main traffic pipeline vanished. The biggest social network was now their enemy. But here's where YouTube's gamble on the subscribe button paid off. 2 months after introducing subscriptions, Thousands of people were uploading videos specifically for YouTube's audience, not just storing random clips. Musicians, filmmakers, comedians, anyone with something to share could build a community. When MySpace shadow banned YouTube, it barely mattered. By January 2006, daily viewership tripled to 25 million. By March, there were 25 million total videos, with 20,000 more uploaded every day. YouTube had become unstoppable, and it was creating a new kind of celebrity, the YouTuber. Smosh, iJustine, Fred, Lonely Girl 15. These weren't polished Hollywood stars. They were real, accessible, human. A team at YouTube called the Cool Hunters manually curated videos for the homepage instead of using algorithms. It felt personal, authentic. But there was a dark side brewing. Since anyone could upload anything for free, people were uploading copyrighted content, music, movies, TV shows. Piracy was rampant. Newsweek called YouTube the video version of Napster and predicted it'd be sued into oblivion. All three major record labels filed lawsuits. Viacom, one of the world's biggest media conglomerates, threatened another massive lawsuit over viral SNL clips. YouTube was drowning. Every day, 65,000 new videos were added to the 25 million already hosted. Moderation was done by a small team manually watching every reported video. Many started having nightmares from the horrific content they saw. They had no tools to handle copyright, no ad system, no clear path to profitability. YouTube was one of the fastest-growing websites in history. It was also a legal and financial disaster waiting to implode. Then came the announcement that shocked everyone. In October 2006, just 18 after after launch, Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion. Why did Google buy a company drowning in lawsuits with no revenue? Simple: market dominance. Google's own service, Google Video, had barely 10% market share. YouTube controlled over half. If you can't beat them, buy them. Chad stayed as CEO. Steve continued developing features. The original vision remained intact, but now they had Google's resources. Google built Content ID, a revolutionary tool that let copyright holders upload their content to a database so YouTube could automatically detect and monetize or remove matches. It was a game changer, but the biggest move came in 2007, the YouTube Partner Program. Creators would get 55% of ad revenue from their videos. YouTube kept 45%. It sounds simple now, but back then, revolutionary. People had been making videos for fun, for connection, for passion. Now they could get paid. Pranks, comedy sketches, vlogs, tutorials, reviews, ASMR, animations, stunts. Every imaginable format emerged. New stars were born: KSI, MKBHD, Jenna Marbles, PewDiePie. Viral hits kept coming. The creator economy had arrived. But monetization created a problem: clickbait. Creators realized views equaled money, so titles became misleading. Thumbnails became provocative. YouTube responded by changing the algorithm to prioritize watch time over views. If people watched longer, they probably enjoyed it and saw more ads. This shift gave rise to longer content, reaction videos, documentaries, Let's Plays. Gaming exploded, especially with Minecraft's popularity. By 2010, people watched over 2 billion YouTube videos daily. Then the original founders left. Steve became an investor. Chad stepped down as CEO. Jod had already moved on. The founding trio was gone, and YouTube's darkest chapter was about to begin. By 2014, YouTube had surpassed 1 billion active users. It invested $100 million in original content. The creator economy was booming. daily vlogs from Casey Neistat and David Dobrik, video podcasts like Joe Rogan, kids reviewing toys. YouTube wasn't just entertainment. It was news, education, a career path. Susan Wojcicki became CEO with one mission: turn YouTube into a state-of-the-art advertising platform. Initially, this was great. Better advertising meant more money for creators and YouTube. Everyone reinvested. The cycle fueled itself. By 2016, YouTube ads brought in $6.7 billion. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Mainstream companies like Apple, Nike, and Coca-Cola are extremely protective of their brands. But YouTube's open platform meant ads could appear next to bullying, violence, conspiracy theories, extremism, anything. When advertisers realized this, some started pulling out. YouTube responded by making advertiser-friendly rules stricter. Many creators suddenly found their videos demonetized. To fit the new rules, they had to avoid entire topics. Creators argued this betrayed YouTube's core principle, giving everyone a voice. Then came February 2017. Verizon and AT&T discovered their ads were running on videos uploaded by Islamic extremists. The story went viral. Thousands of major advertisers fled YouTube. Journalists found ads on vile content, and soon almost every major advertiser was boycotting the site. Creators' revenue plummeted. This became known as the Adpocalypse. YouTube was fundamentally an ad business, but advertisers had lost trust. The problem? 400 hours of content uploaded every minute. Manual moderation was impossible. So YouTube conducted an algorithmic blanket sweep. Millions of videos demonetized, age-restricted, deleted. Entire channels vanished. But YouTube made a critical mistake. They didn't communicate with creators. The algorithm flagged tons of innocent videos. Creators who relied on ad revenue to pay teams, mortgages, and bills watched their income disappear overnight. Some quit YouTube entirely. It was a dark, chaotic time. And then, 2018 made it worse. PewDiePie, YouTube's most subscribed creator, came under fire for anti-Semitic content. Whether it was edgy jokes gone wrong or something darker, it didn't help that a neo-Nazi website rebranded as the #1 PewDiePie fan site. Mainstream media ran with it, and YouTube realized negative press around their biggest stars hurt them too. Then came Logan Paul. On December 31st, 2017, millions watched his vlog, where he and his friends found a dead body in Japan's Aokigahara forest. YouTube's algorithms promoted it to the trending page, even though Logan didn't monetize it. The backlash was nuclear. It was disrespectful, disturbing, and served to a young, impressionable audience. But the darkest scandal was yet to come: Elsagate. YouTube had created YouTube Kids, an app filtered by algorithms for child-friendly content. But disturbing videos using characters like Elsa and Spider-Man were slipping through. Violent, nightmarish clips with hundreds of millions of views. Elsa giving birth. Elsa being kidnapped. YouTube's algorithms just saw kids' characters and approved them. When the news broke, advertisers abandoned YouTube again. Another adpocalypse. And then it got even worse. Children were uploading innocent videos, gymnastics, bikini hauls, and child predators were time-stamping revealing frames in the comments, sharing links across an entire network. When this was discovered, YouTube shut down all comments on kids' videos. Legitimate kids' channels suffered badly. Political creators claimed YouTube was censoring them. Traditional media clips flooded the platform. Many felt YouTube was losing its soul, becoming corporate and sanitized. Demonetization issues persisted. Copyright strikes ravaged channels. The community's resentment boiled over in 2018 with YouTube Rewind, an annual recap video. That year's rewind became the most disliked video in YouTube history. It emphasized old media celebrities like Will Smith over native YouTubers. It featured creators most viewers didn't recognize. It glossed over major moments like beauty guru feuds and YouTube boxing. It felt sterile, ad-friendly, corporate. The dislike button became a weapon. The community unleashed years of frustration. YouTube Rewind 2018 was a public execution. YouTube describes itself as an ecosystem with 3 legs: viewers, creators, and advertisers. Keep all 3 happy and the stool stands. But in practice, pleasing everyone is nearly impossible. Strict policies make advertisers happy, but anger creators. Removing dislikes pleases some, but frustrates viewers. Every decision creates conflict. Yet despite the scandals, lawsuits, adpocalypses, and community backlash, YouTube didn't just survive, it thrived. In 2019, PewDiePie hit 100 million subscribers after an epic battle with T-Series. By 2020, a new threat emerged: TikTok, the fastest app ever to reach 1 billion users. YouTube responded with Shorts in 2021, and it worked. Shorts views reportedly surpassed TikTok. YouTube identified Twitch as a threat and lured streamers with lucrative deals. YouTube grew rapidly on smart TVs, surpassing Netflix. Somehow, YouTube was competing on every front and winning. With over 2.5 billion active users, YouTube is the second most visited site on Earth. But what it means to be a YouTuber has evolved. Creators aren't just filming in bedrooms anymore. They're building production companies. Mr. Beast recreates Squid Game with multi-million-dollar budgets. Creators are launching billion-dollar brands. Some feel nostalgic for simpler times. But the reality is, both styles coexist. You can still make personal, low-effort videos. And now, as a viewer, you also get access to insane, high-quality productions. As a creator, you can build empires. YouTube has completely changed the game. It pioneered the creator economy, turning YouTuber from a weird hobby into the most desired job in the world. It's paid out billions to creators. It's given a voice to billions of people. It's removed gatekeepers from music, film, education, and entertainment. Sure, YouTube has faced fair criticism. The adpocalypses hurt innocent creators. Scandals damaged trust. Algorithm changes felt arbitrary and cruel. But take away other platforms and life goes on. Take away YouTube, that would genuinely hurt. We use it for everything: news, entertainment, music tutorials, relaxation, education. It's woven into daily life in a way few platforms are. It's not perfect, far from it. But if you're here right now, YouTube has probably brought you countless hours of joy, learning, and connection. And when you think about where it all started, 3 guys at a coffee shop, a failed dating site, 0 uploads, nearly bankrupt, drowning in lawsuits. 1 lucky break at a barbecue. It's almost unbelievable. YouTube's story isn't just about technology or business strategy. It's about resilience, adaptation, and the chaotic beauty of giving everyone a platform. It's about accidental genius, billion-dollar gambles, and a community that refused to let their platform die, even when it seemed determined to destroy itself. So yeah, YouTube has had a wild ride, and somehow, against every odd, it's still here. Bigger, messier, and more influential than ever. The king of video isn't going anywhere.